Today we are going to see one more scenario, and the scenario is, as per the title, deploy a Jenkins CI continuous integration servers on the Kubernetes, a step-by-step guide for the DevOps engineers. So today we are going to deploy the Jenkins on Kubernetes cluster. So let's see the scenario. DevOps team is planning to set up the Jenkins CI servers to create, manage some deployment pipeline for some of the project. They want to set up the Jenkins server on the Kubernetes cluster, and below you can find the more detail about the task. So first task is to create the namespace Jenkins. Second one is create the service for the Jenkins deployment, and service name should be the Jenkins service under the namespace Jenkins, and type or should be the node port, and node port should be the 3008, and then create a Jenkins deployment under the Jenkins namespace. It should use the name as the Jenkins deployment. Label should be the Jenkins. Container name should be the Jenkins container. Use the image Jenkins. Container port should be the 8080, and replica should count should be the 1. Make sure wait for the pod to be running a state, and make sure able to access the Jenkins login screen in the browsers. So this is our requirement for today. We are going to deploy the Jenkins server on the Kubernetes, and then we are going to create the node port service so that we can access on from the browser these Jenkins servers. So let's see how we are going to get this one. So here we have the complete YAML file. So let's go to one by one all the YAML file. So first one is to create the namespace. The YAML file is the API version is v1, kind is namespace, metadata, name of the namespace is the Jenkins. Then we have the deployment file. API version for deployment is app v1, kind is deployment, metadata, name of the deployment is Jenkins deployment, and namespace in which we are going to deploy it in the Jenkins. Then labels we are going to use for the apps Jenkins. Then a spec, in the spec part we have the replica 1. Then selector we are going to use the match label app equal to Jenkins, means this deployment is going to match the pod with this one. Then template of the pod or container is metadata, label is going to match with this one only. And specs container, we have the name of the container is Jenkins container, image we are going to use the Jenkins, and port of the container is the 8080. Then we have the service file. API version of the service file is the v1, kind is service, metadata Jenkins service, and namespace in which going to deploy this service is Jenkins. Specs, in the specs of the service type is the node port. Selector, this selector app equal to Jenkins is going to tagged with this one. And port, we have the port is the 8080. The service port, target port is also 8080, and node port we have the 30008. Then we are going to apply this YAML file, and if you want to apply all the YAML file at a one shot, then at the starting of each YAML file you need to give the triple tags. Otherwise you can apply one by one also. So I have applied at one shot. So it's created the namespace, then deployment, then service file. So now we are going to see all the resource created in the Jenkins namespace or not. You can check one by one also by giving the kubectl get pod, kubectl get deployment, kubectl get service. But if you want to see all the resource in the Jenkins namespace, then you can use the kubectl get all and -n Jenkins. So you can see the pod is created and it's running a state, service is created, and node port as per our requirement only. Then we have deployment, and one by one is all the pod under the deployment are running. Then by default each deployment create the replica set. So we have the replica set. Replica set makes sure the particular number of a pod are always running whenever any issue. Then we are going to access this Jenkins from the browsers by the help of HTTP, node port, node IP, and then node port. Replace the node IP with the IP of your Kubernetes node. So let's see how we are going to achieve this one in our production cluster. All the detail are given in the blog, and blog link I will be attached in the resource part of this video. So let's copy our YAML file, all YAML file. Let's copy it, and this is our production clusters. So let's create one file vi. Let's say pod.yaml, then go into the inside mode and then paste it. Then save it by except colon wq, then apply it kubectl, apply minus f, then yaml file name pod.yml, press enter. Then we can see the namespace is created, deployment is created, service is created. Same thing we can verify kubectl get all hyphen n, then namespace name, namespace we have the Jenkins. So give it, we can see our pod Jenkins pod is running fine. We can see also service is running fine, and deployment is also running fine, and replica set is also running fine. So our Jenkins is running fine, and let's see how we are going to access from the browser. So once you give the node port and the node IP, then it will be give you the your Jenkins URL. So it's opening. Let's wait. So this is the this page we get once our deployment is successful. Thank you. Happy learning. See you in the next video.